Large shaker filled with ice cubes. Nice. Bourbon. Lemon juice. This is looking good. Hello and welcome. My name is Gold Vision. Tonight's Thirsty Thursday, I guess. That's what the kids call it. The children out there in the world. And I'm just playing around. I'm trying to freshen up my memory on how to make a whiskey sour. It's not the easiest of cocktail experiences. But I heard it's worth it. I'm not drinking. I'm just over here putting things together, trying to share my wisdom, the world, if there's any worth sharing. We'll find out. One small thing I do want to share is that a secret in this game is the bonus you get for juggling the ice scoop, and just a little bit of change every time you do a flip. That's all there is to being a great bartender and virtual bartender VR. That and memorizing all the awesome cocktail recipes and following directions to a T. And caring about the drinks that you make. Perfect. And then we're back.
Here we are. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for waiting in line.
There's just sometimes a temporary loading screen for the people who are enthusiastic. And now we can get back in there.
Great bar choice, by the way.
Do you like it?
Oh, I love a rooftop bar.
That's great, because that's where we're going to be for a moment. If you're just joining, today is Thursday, and it's a day traditionally used for getting out there in the world. And some people can't do it right now. So instead of making that into a problem, I'm going to try to address the opportunity. There's to share a virtual bar, virtual drinks with virtual people, in a virtual way. We'll be listening to some music that I've been working on in the past, and just talking about how much I need to remember how to do everything in this game.
You seem pretty adept.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the difference between a mixing glass and a shaker. Honestly.
Why not drink out of a shaker? What's stopping you?
You know, there must be some rule about drinking out of the mixing glass. But I don't know what it is. I just assume, because it looks like a very fancy experience. It seems like you'd have to earn it. Be part of the Bartenders Association of America.
Do you have an official accreditation?
I think it's in the mail. I think I read that it was in the mail. So I'm just trying to get back into it. These are on the house, by the way. These
is this for me? Are you making this one for me?
If you need one,
just to kick us off.
To warm up. There you go.
I don't know if I'm supposed to drink on the job.
I don't either. I do not run this place. As you might see, I struggle to just get by, but you kind of have to follow the rules that make the most sense for you right now, right?
Yeah. Are you making money?
I think I did. I think I got some cash. $12.77.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it was 77 cents of tips.
So how do you get the big tips?
There's the scoop. Juggling gets you $2, $1, 50 cents, a quarter, a twelfter, I don't know, and then 6 cents. That's all just gonna go in your pocket.
I don't know. I feel like with this, like I've never watched somebody making me a drink and thought.
You didn't think that flipping the scoop was gonna get you. Please flip it a 6th or 7th time, and I will give you an additional 6 cents.
It's going up a nickel every time you do it.
Sure. Let's see. Sorry. The large shaker and fill with ice cubes. I'm pretty sure I can hear the sounds of the ice cubes, and I think that's important. It's good to be close to your cubes. That's a traditional bartending nuance. And I haven't, after I don't know how many hours, gotten sick of doing this. Just trying to get the perfect drink. The perfect amount of everything. You're rewarded in the game if you meet those specifications. And 2 bitters. This is one of the hardest drinks, I think, is the whiskey sour.
What makes it hard?
Just how many different pieces there are to put it together.
I feel like the bitters are difficult. A difficult feature.
They look harder than they are.
That's just because you're a pro.
There we go. The hardest thing is actually pouring the drinks out of this tool and into the cup.
You don't have to hold the little sifter?
No, it's okay. Add 1 slice of lemon and a cherry. Kind of make it exactly where it needs to go. And serve it on the napkin.
It was so good it crashed the game?
That drink was so good it perfectly crashed the game.
Can we see another
let's
another
go to
bar?
a different let's go to the nightclub bar and hopefully things will be a little more
First of all,
peaceful there.
it looks like they're having a good time in there.
It does look like they're having a good
This
time.
absolutely looks like a work happy hour before like the bar actually opens. And they've just been like drinking since 3 p.m.
Absolutely. We might be in space, or this might be Francisco's boat. I'm not sure. Oh.
It's an honor either way.
Absolutely. I like to warm up actually with these ones, if I can, if I'll have such an opportunity. Yeah, there we go. Take a long glass, fill it up. It's a rum and cola.
A classic drink, seems easy enough.
Perfect. I think if I could start over, I would try to do everything perfectly.
I always say that. I always say that myself. If I could have just done something differently.
From the beginning. Everything perfectly. Slowly and perfectly.
But do you get docked for being slow?
If you get slow, you don't get to make enough drinks to be competitive. And that's kind of a general idea.
Are you taking requests for drinks at this point?
Yeah, sure.
Is the bar open? That's
well, I mean, technically it's open. Let me get through some of these warm-up drinks.
okay.
And then I'll
All right.
take some
Well, like I
orders.
said, I'm just trying to be a good bar back. So
you can put them in. Yeah, you can put your order in, and once I remember how to make the drinks, then we'll get them to you.
can you make any drink, or what's the menu?
I should have put a menu up. There's a lot of options right now. Well, this is kind of a preview, honestly. So maybe if you haven't already made a decision, maybe wait a second, because
Yeah, you
might be interested in something like an Americano, which is, it's not bitter so much, not like these bitters, but it's more of a Campari vibe, Campari experience.
Can you explain what Campari is to me?
It's just like a very seasoned, sweetened liqueur. I don't know the origins. I know I looked it up at some point and it was fascinating.
I'm gonna look it up right now for you.
I don't have the most.
Since I'm a good bar back.
That's great.
Oh, did you need somebody to Google Campari for you? No problem.
If you could Google Campari.
All right.
That'd be great.
Campari is an Italian alcoholic liqueur considered an aperitif, obtained from the infusion of herbs and fruit in alcohol and water. What herbs and fruit do you think?
And It was made popular in a somewhat recent film. Life Aquatic.
You know,
The main character drinks it. I think
Just
it's
straight?
distributed. I think a Campari and lime. That's what I want to say, but I don't know.
is this a mule? Are you muling?
Am I what?
Are you making a mule?
Yes, this is a Moscow Mule.
We do have a
Yeah.
question. Is it possible to kill people in this game?
That's a great question.
If
I
you're a
mean,
bad bartender, yeah, I guess.
If you're a bad bartender, or if your clients are abrasive, but it hasn't been a real problem in the time I've spent. I normally do these dancing bar experiences. It's fine. And straw. Wow. It's bringing me back to my competitive days a month ago. Gin tonic. It's a classic.
You can call them gin and tonics tonight if you want.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just because I thought you said my name and it scared me like
Sure.
I was failing my bartending
No,
back.
you're doing a great job
my bar
back there.
back job.
Absolutely.
I'm
just over here trying to make perfect drinks.
Yeah. Do I get a cut of your tips tonight?
Of course.
How much you made so far?
I've made $36. Oh, there is a time limit. Huh. I should probably be a little bit more urgent in my experience over here.
I do appreciate that we can see you gesturing.
Yeah. I think it's important to be able to communicate that way.
Yeah, especially for a good bartender.
Absolutely.
Especially one who's here to offer up advice to thirsty customers tonight, here on this Thirsty Thursday.
Absolutely. One lime, the gin tonic. I feel like I'm not really internalizing these as I wanted to. But I do think that's it. I think we've got the time. This is actually a challenge experience as well. Let's see if I can even get close to the goal that was set once before.
We do have a request for a Moscow Mule, if that's something you
Oh
can...
yeah? I think we'll make one, and this is in this competitive environment, we'll get you one. And if we don't, then I'll make a special one.
What makes a special Moscow Mule?
When I make it in a special way. Oh, there's another trick, I guess. This.
Wow,
throwing that in
good
the air.
catch, good catch.
Thank you. I believe it was 100.
Can you pour faster?
Yeah.
But you're not going to. You don't want to show off, right?
No. There we go.
Nice.
See, that trick got us $2 extra. Getting a lot of gin and tonic orders here. You know, I'm trying to be an avid participant in the bar that I'm working at. So, I'm going to do what I can to really help out. Whoop.
That was precise.
Yeah.
I respect that precision.
Ah. It's really more interesting when you're trying to not drop a bottle of tonic, I think, than anyone who's watching.
Does it make
Throw
the
it in the
floor
air.
sticky if you do?
I think so. I hope so. It makes it more fun to escape that failure.
Based on your bartender skills, there is a comment that you're perhaps also good at filling your gas tank to an exact number. Is that true?
That's an aspiration, for sure. Doesn't always happen, but aspiration. I can't imagine if an actual bartender would try to get the exact milliliter amount.
I guess you could try, like you could gamify it in real life and put it on like a scale and,
Sure.
and really try.
If you weighed it, that would work. I have to note that there are very strict rules at this bar regarding the order of operations. If you don't place a napkin down first, I already forgot what we're making. Bitter.
How much time do you have?
Probably not enough. up. Making an Americano here. I'm sorry, what was I saying? What did you ask?
If you could do this in real life by putting a weight on the bar.
Oh yeah, a little scale. Zest first, then straw. It's really important. And here's that Moscow Mule, ordered special for the evening.
That is a Moscow Mule for no name. I hope you enjoy.
Of course. Well, let's finish it up first.
No name, you better appreciate that napkin.
Try to do it right. $40.
Now, if it's not precise, you're just losing tips. Is that what happens, or do you not get credit for the whole drink?
You get paid more, actually, for precision. Lime? Was it lime?
Get a hint. I don't know. I don't remember.
There you go.
Nice.
Enjoy that Moscow Mule, just part of the string of drinks that we're trying to get through. Trying to establish a proficiency. I'm pretty familiar with everything at this point. It's just been a bit, you know. This isn't my full-time thing, you know.
Just picking up a shift tonight.
I'm just doing, yeah. Just working at some extra shifts. Trying to stay sharp. Keep the hustle going.
Did you wash your hands before you started this?
Of course I did.
Okay, just making sure. It's the times.
Oh. The post-drink scoop toss. It's valuable.
It sure is.
Yeah. Perfect. Other than G&T.
Now, I don't know if you can make it in this bar or in this level, but we do have a request for a Manhattan.
Oh yeah, we could get a Manhattan going.
See, I should know this as the bar back, but I don't.
Right.
Am I fired?
No, I don't think you're fired. I didn't put down the tonic first. These are deep crimes.
Do you have to fill it to the line or to a certain amount with ice? How's that work?
You have to fill the cup with ice. Wow, that was an accident. I've never done that before, but I opened the can with the bottle opener.
Do you
This
save
is a
time?
It truly is a strange world that we live in. Do my scoop tosses.
Wow.
It's really
wow.
the
Look at that
first
toss.
two.
Look at that toss. Have you
Okay.
done a bottle toss lately?
Wow. Dun-dun. This one's a little bonus.
That's a bonus drink? Do I get to drink all the mistakes? I've been wondering.
It's part of gin
What'd you
tonics
do?
limes. I try to, improvise and add a little treat sometimes, but the owner does not appreciate my perspective.
It's a strict owner.
Aggressive. There.
You really killed that one. That was two hands. What happens to the bottle cap? Do you have to collect them or anything, or is that part of my job? I have to sweep them up or something.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, nothing.
Perfect. Perfection right there. Keep going with the gin and tonics. I'm trying to get faster too.
Yeah. Hey, while you're going so fast, is it possible to light the drink on fire?
That is actually against the rules in the bar too. I've been asking, truly. Because it's something that's interesting and fun, you know?
I mean, all you do is you take an orange peel, right? And then you put some liquor in the orange peel, and then you just light that on fire, right?
Yeah.
In real life, not in VR.
Well, they should be connected in their nostalgia, their value.
We actually have some good advice coming in just now, which is in life, you always have to drink up your mistakes. You hear that?
Yeah,
You're
that's
the
beautiful.
bartender tonight, and you're the one that doesn't even have to dispense the advice. That is, if anybody needs advice, we'll try to help you tonight as your
general
bartenders,
advice.
as your unqualified barback, and pretty
No.
well qualified bartender.
Sure. We don't have degrees in psychology, I guess is the...
We don't.
At least I don't. I can't speak
yeah.
for everybody.
I don't know how credentialed we are, but we're willing to try.
I did forget the one thing that you can look at the cup when it appears to know what kind of garnish the drink needs, in case you forget. The rum goes in the rum and coke.
What's the difference between a rum and coke and a Cuba Libre?
One is fancier.
That's it?
That's the big difference. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna hit the $200.
What are we at right now?
133.
Oh, 30 seconds to do $70 more in sales?
Yeah. It's gonna be a problem if I can't remember to do the napkins. But we can hop over.
I'll restock your napkins for you.
Yeah, please do.
Symbolically.
And stock them over at the, I think it's the rooftop VIP bar, which I think is where the Manhattans
Ooh.
pop up.
I see.
Yeah.
You can make a Manhattan right away, huh?
Right here. Mixing glass. No. Tall one. It's the rye, the vermouth. Too much vermouth. And a little bit too much rye. I went for a fun version. A little improvised additional experience. There you go. It's rye and vermouth. This time I won't fill it up too hot, too fast. Well, then that's bitters too. So, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, we've got some fancy black napkins in this one, just like the Olive Garden.
I think, yeah, this might be on the top of an Olive Garden.
This is a secret Olive Garden
It's very
that has a
secret.
rooftop bar,
Yeah.
and when you're
Red
there,
carpet.
you're really family.
There's special family. Serve that on napkin. All right, and definitely don't want to keep doing this practice because we know what the whiskey sour does to the continuous, perpetual nature of this reality. See if there's any other ones.
Hey, I haven't been to the beach bar.
Oh no?
No.
You can head over there.
Let me grab my passport.
It would be nice to just relax there for a bit. This is probably one of the most dreamy places that you can pop into
Wow.
VR just on a whim and be where
I smell the coconut. I do.
it's really emanating the sense and the vibe that you'd expect from a beach location. There's also a different, like the ice even looks different. It's like a different tint. I think that's
Let me see. I didn't
great.
see it.
Do you like this?
Oh, you got cubed ice and you got
Crushed
crushed ice for beach drinks.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and I want to do the mojito anyway. This one is so elaborate.
This bar is?
This the mojito
Oh,
experience.
the mojito is. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go through it real quick. You have to put 4 lime slices into the cup, and then I believe
That's a
it's
whole
some-
lime.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Are they quartered?
Sugar syrup. 20 milliliters. I believe it's the scoop flip.
Nice. Good
And
catch.
then muddle it. Kind of muddle that down to get the flavors brewing. 10 mint leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
This is so
7,
many.
9, 10. Don't drop them.
Okay.
That'll
yeah.
mess it up.
Don't, because you need 7 entire limes, and you don't want.
Then you add the crushed ice. Which is fine, but you're not done. Now you add the white rum and the soda. It's 40.
Ooh, good dash. Good dash.
Right. And
Now, how do we garnish this puppy?
well, you don't get ahead of ourselves.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know there were so many steps.
Yeah, you think we're pretty close, but we're taking the bar spoon and mixing it at this phase. Where's that bar spoon? Keeping it up here. We're to the wise. When I first started playing this game, I didn't realize you could put the drinks up here, and I tried doing everything in hand, just holding it in my hand. And you can see how far I've come.
Wow. Yeah.
Exception, obviously, is ice. 2 long straws.
Is this to be shared?
I think it can be. The sprig of
Romantic.
mint on top. There we go. Serve that up. Well, not yet. Little scoop. Flip. You want to really cash in.
Just keep.
You want to cash in on it.
Okay.
You'll see.
Okay. Wow.
I actually
And
don't
so-
know. I've never gone past a penny. They're now tipping 0 additional dollars. But you want to clear it out, you know.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
$4 just for the scoop flipping.
I love it.
Yeah. It's really important.
Wow. This is inspiring. And speaking of, we have a question about motivation.
Oh, motivation.
You told me something recently about activation energy.
Oh, yeah?
And maybe this will help. We have a question about somebody having problem with motivation. Motivation to go to work out, to go outside. This is something I relate to.
Sure. Well, I mean, did you want to talk about it?
No, I'm asking you. I'm just a bar bag. Look,
yeah,
man,
for sure.
I'm just a bar bag. You're the pro here.
For sure. It sounded like you had some insight.
Well, I remember you saying activation energy, and that's
Sure.
been ringing in my head.
That's more of like a chemistry, physical property term. But for motivation, I know that in the past I've done things that I've liked to have done. And I know that I've done things that I didn't know I would have liked to have done until I had done them. And so at this point in my time here on the planet, I realize that I don't really know necessarily what the most enjoyable or positive impact I'll be making, or what the most successful endeavor I can be working on. And that can be confusing, I guess, because then you're like, well, how can I spend my energy out there? But I think that a lot of people will echo the same idea of just doing it, just doing something. And often, I don't know if this is just me or other people, but when I start to do something and I really throw myself at it, and then I decide that I don't like it, and I'm like, I really don't want to do this anymore, I think it works as a great direction to move away from, just knowing that I didn't want it. But often I will come up with something I'd rather be doing, and then suddenly I have direction and the motivation to do it, just by having started something I didn't want to. Another thing I want to just get off my chest is that something I only realized somewhat recently about my life is how important harmony is. And I tried touching on it in a recent video, and the realization that in any environment, in any moment of your life, you're going to be in a situation and you're going to want to find some level of harmony with it. And the better you can prepare your circumstance and your life and the things that surround you, just keeping things organized and clean, every frame of time that passes by with these things organized and in a good place is a frame for everybody here to appreciate the organization and the peace that comes from it, that harmony, that things in their right place are just constantly echoing. If there's something that's really out of place, this isn't a good example, but this bottle up here, for example. If it's up there and this is a better one. Now this is kind of a chaotic mess here. These things are disorganized, and now they are for everybody. Everybody has moments of time that are just slicing through, one frame at a time, everybody's perception.
Which results in failure.
Right. So the real opportunity is to, that was the time on the whole thing. I don't know if I can remember that drink from the start, but to keep everything organized and then just keep every moment as harmonized as possible will often help just keep your brain clear of distractions, and then you can actually do what you want because you won't be thinking of other things that you have to, because everything will be cleared up. Did we have any other requests for drink? This is a good way to look at the menu. I realized.
Yeah, maybe let's take a look at the menu. Get some drink requests going.
These were the first 4 in that first room, and then they just keep bouncing through. My mind's not really connecting as well as it did when I last played this game. Possibly because of all the heavily traumatic live streams that we played this week. Just experience after experience that was just so heavy, tumultuous, that coming back to a room where I can just look at shiny glasses is being very cathartic and releasing a lot of that pain that I experienced. Let's go and do margarita. Oh, and there's a request for rum and Coke, so we can pop that in, and then we'll get back to the margarita. It was my standard order for a long time. That was a big challenge.
Can't go wrong with a rum and Coke.
No, it's it also, as you see, is very simple and easy to concoct and get your evening going.
There was some follow-up advice in the comments on motivation, which I think is important, which is to demotivate. And I guess I would call it just giving in sometimes. I think that's important. To just say that nothing's going to get done and do the exact thing, like close your eyes and just do the exact thing you want to do in that moment, if that is a non-harmful activity, especially. Sure. But I think that we sort of avoid just having recuperation time sometimes in order to get back to that to-do list, but you end up just prolonging it by doing that. So I think there's something to it.
That's totally true. You can't go at top speed endlessly.
And there were times when, in normal life, when that meant you could just go meet a friend at a bar and hang out with them and then pick up tomorrow and go to the gym tomorrow. And so the pick up and try again tomorrow stuff for me has been tough because all of those normal go-tos aren't as accessible.
Yeah, it's this is one of the opportunities of being in a shareable space online, I guess. That was something that I wanted to achieve when I took this job.
Yeah, and you must have crushed that interview to get a job like this.
Yeah, it was, there was several interviews.
A high-end advice-giving bartender? Mm-hmm. You need a lot of credentials for that.
Yeah, it's a special one. It's a your own drink. Let's see if I can do this from memory. It's important to kind of stick with the cups you're going to use. You know, that seems obvious, but it's harder than harder than you think.
We did have a request for a Mexican mule. I'm not so sure what that is.
I think it's with tequila.
Okay, like a Moscow mule with tequila?
I would guess.
You're a big tequila guy, right?
I've had it before, I'll admit. It's the, yeah. I think that's what they want, though. Ba-bum.
You've got cubed and crushed in this bar, too. What do you do with crushed ice in this one?
Actually, I don't know. And there's some secret drinks I haven't unlocked.
We've got somebody who's talking to an ex for the first time in 3 months after no contact.
Wow, that's pretty dramatic.
Sure is.
Speaking of X, can you tap that X?
Sure can.
So, something unfortunate about this bar I'm working at is that the whiskey sours, they crash the bar.
Yeah, and apparently talking about ex-girlfriends.
It's all right because the world is a difficult place, and you have to jump back in and be appropriate and respond to it. You know, just because the bar crashes in the middle of a live stream doesn't mean that you just stop streaming and you give up.
Never.
Just
Never.
close the window and then wait for the menu to load again, and you're back in, right back where you want to be. And what was I going to do?
I think we wanted to do a whiskey sour. Where can you do that?
That's the one that ends our game.
Oh, it ends the game.
Yes. So I'm going to switch over to the margarita because it's been a second. It's not really a season. It is a seasonal thing, but it's something that I would like to do as a refresher to kind of get excited for the next opportunity. You know, and replace a napkin on the bar every time. And this is actually a little fun, speedy trick. It comes to it. You can pull it through the salt. It's only a VR thing. You can't do that in real life. But you can pull the glass through the salt crust container on your way up, and it will rim the whole glass. Large shaker filled with cubes. Tequila, triple sec.
So I see it's an ex-boyfriend. Do you mind if I take this one?
Yeah, sure.
Something I'm more familiar with. I would say if you've got a good counsel, a good friend who would tell you the truth, I'd take their thoughts. And I'd also say that most of the time you could boil something down to 1 or 2 problems. And if you're working on those 1 or 2 problems, you're probably progressing. That would be my take. Honest friends are helpful.
Honesty is very important. And just being honest with yourself and being who you want to be, not letting other people hold power over you. It's probably the easiest way to conduct ourselves if we can achieve it. Serve the drink on the napkin. Forgot to do my scoop flips, but I know I've done plenty this evening. There was also a request for, what was it called? The
Mexican mule?
Mexican mule.
Yeah.
Do we have the metal cups here? Not at this bar. There's I made a request to the bar owner to put all the bottles in one place for obvious reasons.
Did you put it in writing?
It is there is an email chain, but I haven't heard back yet. So I mean, we'll get there, I think, It's just there's other things that are priorities, getting the ticket sales up and keeping things safe. There's a lot of that going on out there. It's no, I got no cups here. There's only one place with them. Know that the problem with Pro mode is that you can't make your own drinks there. You have to just do challenge mode, and so it's not as fun because then you're restricted in that way. I'll give you something like it. Actually, wait. Was this one? That last bar did have.
I think it did.
I think it had the.
Get
Coke
back there.
and
Get back there.
It was the rooftop VIP bar.
The one on top of the Olive Garden, yes.
Yeah. We've got the Coke. We don't have the tequila.
This one's got the most garnishes. I mean, besides the beach bar, I think
Yeah.
this one's...
Yeah, I'm sorry, but maybe you can have that margarita.
All right.
It's as close as we could get for now.
I'd say so.
See if there's any other drinks that people are interested down here. It's actually a really fun menu just to experience this way.
I've got 2 questions for you, bartender.
I'm listening.
Do you have a favorite rum? Good for a rum and Coke.
Sure.
And do you have any stock tips for the people at home?
Oh, stock tips. I'll start with the rum question.
Yeah.
It's just from what I've had in my past. I am growing up as a young man. Bacardi was it was the flavor of the month. It was the flavor of the month every month. That was how it happened. So I don't necessarily recommend any particular rum. You have to go with what you like, and you got to try it out. And I'm sure there are several different kinds of many different rums. So it's not a big priority to get fixated on anything.
So should we not invest in Bacardi?
And then, as far as stock tips are concerned, you got to go with your gut and not what other people tell you to do.
That
Because
seems like the antithesis of the internet
if you're following what other people suggest, then you're kind of. I mean, isn't that the theme of all of this? Isn't that the problem that afflicts all of us? Is that we want to escape and we want what we want, but we don't want the responsibility for seeking it out. And the sooner we can take that responsibility, the sooner we can be the people that we always were supposed to be. I think that's my stock advice, for sure. Let's do one of these. And if no one's got any other questions, I think this will be good for me. I'm starting to lose my voice. I've been doing this bar.
Maybe
I
you need
don't
a
know how long
drink.
it's been. Maybe I need a drink. Yeah, take a Copacabana glass.
Maybe we'll take one last,
Fill it
another
up.
question and another drink.
Yeah, Prosecco. This one I haven't done for a bit, but it's fun. Getting reckless.
That was reckless.
I'm holding the ball. You can see the arch of the pouring spout will affect how the drink pours out. Not with the bottle, but with the attachment here. I don't know what that is. And 40 milliliters of soda. It's just a little spritz.
We've
I
got
like the
a
idea of
question,
having
if you've
something.
got any advice for somebody who's getting their GED. Now, I have one little piece of advice that's related.
What's your advice?
That would be celebrate every single benchmark you possibly can,
That's nice.
because that's huge, and it's worth it. If you get a cap and gown, save it. If you get a special breakfast for, a certificate, go to it. Every benchmark, celebrate it if you can.
That sounds really nice. I would say come at it from the perspective of a video game.
That's not surprising anybody
that's
here
what
right now.
I say that every morning when I wake up and right before I go to sleep. I want to do this again. But I think I took education from a perspective that didn't necessarily correlate to the reality I was living in. I wish I had seen it more like this, like you're learning, and you're part of a system, part of a game that will reward you for doing things the way it wants to. And it doesn't make sense that if I put this drink on a napkin, I will be told that was an absolute failure. It doesn't make sense to me at all. But those are the rules of this game. And in the process, when I finally do get done and finally do internalize all these recipes and become the number one bartender in virtual bartending world, once that happens, then I'll have achieved everything that I was set off to when I first started learning how to do it. It won't have anything to do with anything else. I hope that makes sense. I'll try to do one more of these to kind of lock it in.
I'd love to see one more bottle flip, for old time's sake.
Bottle flipping is it's fun.
Oh, a two. You're gonna do two.
Yeah. Boom, like that.
Yeah, like that.
Just a little bit on the ice cubes.
Beautiful.
Perfecto. Thing is, if you if you flip it too fast, you can bang it on things that you don't want to have.
And break it. Is that possible?
Everything can
Risky
get
business.
a little worse. Whiskey business. Absolutely. Okay. And it was one straw. This orange zest. Just try to get it right before I head off into the night. You can have that one, by the way.
Thank you.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the person who ordered. And let's do the bottle flips.
Terrible bar back. Sneaking
Yeah,
drinks.
you've graciously accepted all of the drinks so far. It's hard to see that side of the bar. But like there's the progress that's got to be made. One flip at a time.
Beautiful.
I think people like seeing things break. Not anyone in particular, not anyone present, but I think that there's something about seeing things explode into a million fragments in different directions from a safe place, not being affected by it per se. But is that it? That was it. Watching chaos happen, being part of it. I think that's why we exist, is to behold the chaos of our reality and appreciate the fun that comes from all the things that happen in all the different directions. Big bang to the nth degree.
Can we hop in that little dune buggy and get out of here?
Yeah, I think that's the end of my shift. It's been fun serving up these drinks for you lovely people. I hope that you're having a great, was it Thirsty Thursday?
Advice night.
I'll probably, just pour myself a water. But until next time, I hope you have a great night. My name is Goldfish, and I'm here with Jen. This is Bartender VR Simulator. And I hope you have a good night.
Good night.
See ya.